Hello, YouTubers. Hello, subscribers. Kisses to all of you. I hope I'm looking okay. I am exhausted. I am. So if I look it, I do apologize. I got the fireplace on. I don't have any wine. I got my beer. So here we go. Listen, there is a lot going on. There's a lot that happened in these last 2 or 3 days with Meghan. My eyes almost look swole. Daddy is watching a little bit for a moment, and then I gotta go give him a break. But I'm not gonna really do an intro. I'm just going to do a deep dive, a couple of them, and then I'm going to just respond to them. And hopefully, oh God, it's sore. Hopefully I do not, Hopefully I do not bore you, take too long, and I get to the point. So, like I said, I don't really have an intro. I just want to get started. If I need one, here's one. What I've been hearing about Scobie book is once again getting Harry and Meghan into some serious trouble. And now it feels like they're scrambling around trying to distance themselves from the reality that they continue to be this menace to their family, and not just both families, but that one, the royal family. And it's interesting that Meghan becomes a pain in King Charles's butt because, number one, he's the King of England and really doesn't have anything. He's got an association with her because of Harry. And I blame Harry. Now it's Harry's fault because he's allowing her to manipulate him into being able to talk about things that should be between them. Let me pull it back some because I skipped around. But to my understanding that he's upset, Harry, and also Meghan's upset. Meghan's trying to distance herself from it. That's what she does. Let's talk about it for a minute. When Meghan throws out a narrative and says something like racism, leaking of stories, and she didn't go to the coronation because she needed to stay behind to keep the kids. That's her first reaction to something. And, oh God, I was going to say something totally different. And I want to stick to the subject because I need to stick to the subject. What has happened with Meghan is this is what she does. When it's good publicity, she's all in it. If she's at a charity event, if she's shaking someone's hand, giving someone a hug, pretending like she's a philanthropist, pretending that she's an influencer, pretending that all these A-listers like her. When she's in that mode, she's fake laughing and pretending she's a royal. Meghan has Meghan has never stepped down from being a royal. I done switched it again. I'm going to come back to that because I have to. But Meghan never stopped being a royal. She never gave the titles back. She never gave back the titles, the HRHs. She never wanted to give back the security, the clothes, the money, and all of that. She wanted to keep all of that. Not only did she want to keep that, she also wanted to be announced and treated as the Duchess of Sussex, royalty. She wants security like the president because she feels that she has married into this family and she has become super important all of a sudden. Mm-hmm. And so Meghan never saw herself as not being a royal. But it's interesting that she's done with the royals. I'm done with the drama. I'm done with the UK. I'm never going back there. Well, why in the hell are you using the name the Duchess of Sussex if you feel that it's so full of drama and so full of all this stuff that you don't represent? Why do you have people put the Duchess of Sussex on there as if you can separate that name from the royals and the UK? Okay. Here is the UK, the royal family, and the Duchess of Sussex, the name. Here's the Duchess of Sussex, okay? There's a town over here, Duchess. And then you got the UK and you got the royal family all wrapped in one. She gets the title. Here's the title coming from Sussex, the town, okay? She takes it and now she becomes one with that. This is Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex now. And what she's been doing is trashing the royal family, trashing the UK, trashing the Duchess of Sussex, trashing everything about what she now is. And so when she's yelling back over here from the United States, talking about, oh, guess what? I'm done with that drama. I'm done with that. I'm never stepping back over into the UK again. Well, if you're done, let's don't forget about the jury and all the stuff that she got with when she became the royalty. She still got some of their stuff. What about all of that? Well, here she is. She's never giving it up. She was never giving up the Duchess of Sussex. And the only reason she didn't give up security. They took it. And then she started crying and whining and crying, telling Tyler Perry and everybody else how the bad royals took something from her that never belonged to her. Okay? Meghan was never had that type of security. Okay? Now all of a sudden that she was bestowed those security moments, she doesn't want that, but she wants to use it for her own personal gain. Here she is in California. So she wants to take everything that belongs to you guys and put it over here into take all of it. Now she's got the Sussex, the royal. She can go over there and get a robe or a tiara anytime she wants to. She still wants the benefits. She still wants the royal connection, the goodies. All she do is take. Okay? She's over here in the United States trashing the very thing that made her famous and made her relative. And without her having all this, without Meghan, without you having the drama of the people, the drama of the royal family, the drama of your husband and all that he represents, is the main reason you were able to put on that ugly outfit. It was not cute. I'm sorry. It was, I don't want to apologize to it. That brown tan outfit, the one that you said you couldn't wear because it would upstage the other royals if you wear a different color, but you're wearing it now. Every color that you put on is a color that you said that you had to wear because you was in the royal family. Lying. But now you want to take all the goodies from the royal family and bring it over here to the United States. But it's the way you want it. It's not that you want it and we see it. No, you're wanting it by all means necessary. You have came over here and got on the Oprah show and lied and said they were racist and thought the United States would be mad at them for being racist. But then we found out that you were lying. Because you were lying, trying to keep the title, trying to get your kids the titles, trying to keep security. Because those are the things that you said is the reason why you didn't get the titles and security is because your son was going to be half black. So she wants to bring all the goodies over into the United States. But King Charles and Queen Elizabeth said, no, you can't do that. You step down, it's over, da 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 da. But instead of leaving nicely, and doing what they said they were going to do, her and Harry, live a private life, making their own money, and da 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 da. They're over here blackmailing the royal family, trying to manipulate them from afar. When Harry tells his father, so I guess you don't want to see your grandkids, that was a threat. It was a bullying threat. Now Meghan's bullying accusations. We don't need the report from the kingdom, from the courtiers. They're telling us. Scobie has told off on Meghan and Harry, and they won't shut up, Tyler Perry. And so since they won't be quiet, they continue to talk and put their foot in their mouths. And now the receipts continue to come out. Here's the deal. She was over there trying to blackmail Tyler Perry. Listen to this. Somebody need to get this to him. Your girl, according to her new book, The Endgame, she's done with the drama that she created. And then she's blackmailing the king and the entire family because they took, someone took the cottage from them. And Harry makes the statement, so I guess you don't want to see your grandkids anymore since Meghan messed up. Now, it may take a minute for the dust to settle. And I don't know, and Meghan is the one out there in Hollywood trying to hang out with the who's and who's. So you can't tell me that you have to know that this is going on, Tyler Perry. That she's running around talking about they're full of drama. Because you believe the Kool-Aid. This girl is a piece of cake. And got you believing that the bad royals were trying to blackmail them. Instead, it was Meghan trying to do it to them. Just like she says they're going to be leaking stories. She's the leaker. This is how I know, and people are talking about it now, how Meghan, she says and blames someone else, but she's actually going to turn around and do the very thing that she's blaming everybody else doing. Or, for point in case, the Hitman's book, I think it's a bookstore, I don't know what it is, but it is and we're going to get to it. They're in the window of being hypocrites. South Park have said it, and so has this business that everybody walked past, and they have been in the tabloids. I haven't been to the store. I have my groceries delivered, so I don't get to the stands often, but she's in it. But I don't understand why these celebrities, knowing that she's talking and they didn't even know her name. They didn't even know who Meghan was until Harry comes along, and now all of a sudden they're full of drama. Who's doing the most talking? Kisses to you guys. Meghan is upset. No. Was that the plan all along, to pretend like you're upset after you told him the truth? Her truth, excuse me. Let's make sure we're clear. Meghan is upset with Scobie now because she told her lie to us. Harry and Meghan have been sitting down with Scobie. Scobie has made it known that these are Meghan and Harry's thoughts. Now, Harry's talking about how his father ironed his shoestrings on his shoes, and he's pampered, and so he should be. He should be. That's the problem with Meghan and Harry, is that William should be building up his power for his status so he can be loved all over. Why wouldn't he do that, Harry? He just wants to be powerful. He's just doing all this. So you and Meghan need to get out of their house. You need to get out of the country and get out of their house. And you're not even there, but you're still in it because you want to be relevant. But I don't know how this is relevant. Meghan just want to explain away how she's still the victim. And look at King Charles. He wants his shoelace ironed. I got one better for you. His daughter-in-law married his son for his status, not his money, for his status. And now she's over here trying to be in Hollywood and calling him racist and still won't give up the name. But she's done with the drama. His socks need to be ironed. His underwear needs to be ironed. Whatever he commands or wants done that makes him comfortable, that puts him in a situation where he feels good to come out and serve the people, then my God, do it. You honor the people that are in power. You treat them with a level of dignity and respect. And Meghan and Harry don't respect the king. They don't respect the country, and they don't respect anyone over there, because if they did, they would shut the hell up. Nope. She's done with the drama, and she's got that big D right on her face, like Mariah Carey said. Oh no, you're a diva girl. They're not friends. Every time Meghan gets blamed for something that she's done, she wants to distance herself from it. She wishes she could distance herself from the docuseries, from that spare book, from a lot of things that she's done. Because if she didn't, then why does she come out and try to change the narrative on it? You didn't go to the coronation, but I bet you wish you had them. And since you haven't, your career and everything else around you is falling apart, because the only reason why you exist and the people in California like you is because of your connection to the royal family. And I bet you smell it. She smell it. She smelled them wanting to know about Catherine and William and the UK and what's going on in their lives, where the diamonds at, and where the tiaras are, or where the robes is. She can't tell us none of that. No, because she's too busy on herself. And still talking. No. Now she's trying to distance herself. Didn't she try to distance herself from her husband's book, Spare? He was nowhere to be found. And then they had fell out. You can't tell me that she didn't get fist fighting mad at Harry when he wrote that book, Spare, because she disappeared for a while. Okay? And went undercover because of the Oprah show. That docu-series, that stupid series that she put out. Medieval. You're medieval. I just would not invite her to sit and have dinner with me. I don't care what family member she is. Listen, you can love, you can care about people that you love that mistreat you without inviting them over to your house so that you can be uncomfortable. It doesn't mean you have to hate that person. Like I always say, we don't hate Meghan over here, but I wouldn't invite her to dinner. And so, just like King Charles and William and all of them, they're not going to invite Meghan to the Christmas. And why would they? She's still talking and trashing them. Okay, let's get started. I don't know if I actually made my point from the first point that I had, but I just do remember I really wanted to say this. How Meghan likes to distance herself, and like how she likes to blame, but when she blames, she's talking about herself. She blamed the Queen. She blamed the Beckhams for leaking stories. Meghan has been leaking letters, several letters, leaking stories. They want us to know that they didn't get an invitation. Then she comes out and make a statement about something that she put out. Okay, here we go. Let's start here.
Morning, Kinsey.
I don't know if I want to do
just when you
Kinsley.
thought we didn't have to talk about them anymore.
Let me do
news.
Okay, here we go.
It pains me to say that Meghan Markle apparently says she's done with the UK and will never return. A pity. At least that's according to Sussex biographer and cheerleader Scobie. New extracts from his upcoming book Endgame revealed the real reason Meghan didn't join her husband Harry for the King's coronation in May.
It reveals the real reason. So what was the reasons before? like on the surface, we're going to tell them later, we're going to pretend we're going to lie, then why would you say why she continues to lie? And I don't know about the United Kingdom, but over here, there is something about a celebrity lying to us. She is now a celebrity. She's back a celebrity. She's not an A-lister celebrity. She's still a D-lister celebrity. She is called what you would call an others. She's not popular there. She's not popular anywhere. And no matter, I don't care if she has the title of royalty, she is not royalty. It's not there. I don't consider her that. She's not royalty. She married a prince, but she's not royalty. I don't know how else to explain it. Did a video on it. I'm moving on from that. I don't see her as that. I see her as a wannabe, a D-list actress that wannabe. She doesn't have any talent. She hasn't pushed her way up to the top of being someone great because of what film, because of what song, because of what book she wrote, because of what the heck makes this Meghan, it's the only thing that keeps her relative is she married a prince. He needs security. It's him. She does need it now, but not on the level that Harry still needs it. No, she's a wannabe. I want to be a royal. I want to have everything that Catherine and William have, and I want to blackmail them to give it to me. To me, this new revelation of Meghan, and Harry in the book stating that they threatened leverage, whatever. I don't like the word leverage. Leverage is like what I do with my daughter. Listen, get on the pot or I'll give you an M&M. Let's trade. I'm not going to give you the M&M. No, blackmailing is when you are withholding something that a person loves and wants. And if you don't give me this, I'm not going to give you this. If you don't leave the cottage alone, the Frogmore cottage alone, Dad, then me and Meghan are going to withhold the kids from you seeing it. You're doing exactly what you told him you were going to do. Isn't it true that Harry is withholding the kids from seeing King Charles? Let's think about it for a second. He said it in the book, and it is happening. He said, Dad, if you're not going to keep the cottage for me and Meghan, yep, the two that never go and visits, she's never stepping foot back over there. So what do you need the cottage for? If Meghan is never going to ever go back to the Duchess of Sussex, a town where her name came from, that's why I told you she took the titles and ran. She stole those titles. And she don't care who lives in Sussex. She don't care what's going on over there. She knows nothing about it. She has no affiliation or connection with those people. And it's sickening. And then she talks about you can't tell me that you guys aren't pissed off because she's said this. I'm never going back over there again. And you don't care, I know. And then seeing that you guys are full of drama. This is what I notice, is that when she attacks the kingdom, she attacks the people. You wouldn't be here. You wouldn't. No. It just blows my mind. Now, I know I skipped up and said some stuff and then missed my point. But it just blows my mind how King Charles and no one has seen Lilibet or George since they were born, if they saw them. And they are now, one's 5 now, and the other one is 2 or 3. Let's just go out on a limb and say he hasn't even seen Lilibet. Let me tell you what just happened. Meghan and Harry wanted to talk to the king. They're manipulative because they know Obi Scobie's book is coming out and it's some stupid stuff in there. And they want to get out that they are trying to get close to the king, and see the king doesn't want to get close to us. That's why Obi Scobie is writing this book. You are a nasty piece of work, girl. She is. You are exactly, this is Meghan, you are exactly what Claudia, your friend from that one show, no, Deal or No Deal. Claudia was on the show with her. She calls Meghan a savage. The things that she do is savagey. It is. Because all this hoopla, and I know William sees it too. All this hoopla about, I don't really think they care that Meghan and Harry comes out when they get ready to do an event, that they're coming out and doing an event. They are past that. You can't tell me they are still concerned about that. So at points, you have to just move on from these two. And we can't, because if the king was spending all this time on what they did, he wouldn't get anything done. And they are so dignified in their responses. And Meghan is talking too much like she does, and she keeps ruining herself because she's trying to control she's trying to control how we think and feel. She wants to say the king never invited us. She wanted us to know that she didn't get invited to his 75th birthday. However, we are going to talk to them. That was leaked. She leaked it. However, we are going to talk to King Charles on his birthday, trying to smooth it over with us to say, oh, they're trying to reconcile, and she may go to Christmas, and they're letting them see George and Lilibet. Do you know Meghan thinks that she's showing King Charles, and I'm not saying that it happened. I don't know. I don't believe nothing she says, so I would have to. It would have to get it from King Charles that this actually happened. So she tells us that she creates this photo or Zoom. They connect with King Charles, Lilibet and George. Okay, let's just say that they did. And so in Meghan's mind, she feels like she's doing the king a favor, although he hasn't apologized for what all he's done, because she has convinced herself that everything that she's told us is true. And as she continue with that lie and receipts come out, she has to switch the story every now and then. But look how devious and nasty she is to keep the kids from seeing, and keep the adults, King Charles and her father, from seeing the kids. But she's going to let King Charles see the kids. The racist side. That's what she's calling them. There's two of them now. It wasn't just one person. Harry and Meghan wants us to know that it was two people that was having this discussion. She wasn't even in the room. Moving back. When she allowed them to see those kids on a screen, or hear them, or whatever the case may be, whatever she allowed Charles to do with the kids on his birthday was probably something that Harry may have begged her to do, because that's one. And then number two, she probably harried him off the phone, like she harried him out when the baby came out and Harry was showing us the baby, and she grabbed his arm and told him, that's it, let's go. I feel like Meghan is feeling like they should be happy and glad, and feel like they should be privileged to get to see the kids with all the things that the bad royals has done to them. And what disturbs me the most is that Tyler Perry and Oprah and the rest of them, whoever befriends her in Hollywood, believes it. Which says something about your character, because it doesn't take you long to smell a rat. And Meghan is a rat. Look at her trying to smooth over Obi Scobie book before it comes out and pretending like she's friends with King Charles and they're going to reconcile. And now they're all upset because this book has come out and they didn't give him permission. That's that BS. You have gotten a new response to your trash. Because what did you not get it the first and second and third and fourth time when you were trashing the royal family to stop it? No. Let's try it again. Let's roll the dice. Let's see if it sticks. And the things that they're talking about, no one cares. There's nothing. There's not a new allegation. They're talking about King Charles ironing some shoestrings. So what? If I don't have that segment, we might not even hear that piece because that's the new piece. It's stupid stuff. Obi Scobie, get out of his bedroom. That's it. Okay, let's.
The official line was that Meghan stayed in the States to take care of the children. But Scobie now reveals she's refusing to dive back into the soap opera of court. Wow. The book also claims Harry is ready to forget.
She refuses to dive back into the soap opera, the drama that she caused. The corporate, the snake, the manipulation, the bullying, the bullying and the blackmail. The blackmail. I know there's another word for it. The blackmail. If you don't give me this, then we're going to do this to you. If you don't give me the cottage, then we're going to withhold the kids from you. Now she's changing it because she approved Obi Scobie going on there saying the reason she was staying back because of the kids. And now all of a sudden she doesn't want to deal with the drama, but she's the only one talking. No one is talking. Nobody got on the Oprah show. Nobody sat down with an interview. Nobody opened a memoir. Nobody has said anything to Meghan. Nothing. And even if it's small little chatterness stuff, this Meghan has went full-blown obsession with the royal family. She don't even talk about the other side. She never said that she didn't send a video to that daddy. And he didn't have 2 strokes. Screw him. He can't help me with nothing. His name is Markle. I'm done with that. Totally done with your real father, the one that's been talking to you. This is the kicker. She puts out a statement the other day talking about how they didn't get an invite to the 75th birthday. But she can answer to the sky, okay? She can answer to the sky because who was she talking to? Who was Meghan talking to when she put out that statement as if we wanted to know? Her father came on national television. Watch. He did one of Meghan's numbers. Get on there and talk about what's going on, how he didn't have 2 strokes, how he would like to see his grandkids and his daughter. And please, can I see you? I haven't done anything to you. Silence. Meghan, was you silenced or was you silenced? When your father came out on TV and was asking you to call him, was you just being silent or did you just silence him? This same woman that's really honed in on Harry's side of the family, okay? But they ain't got nothing to say about this side. And again, King Charles they ain't said nothing to Meghan and Harry about coming to his birthday. But she did get that memo that her daddy came out and said something, okay? She saw that video, and she saw the one before with her and the brother Samantha and Thomas Jr. was on there. She saw that one too and didn't say anything. She saw the one when the dad was by himself and she didn't say anything. Or maybe it wasn't. No, I don't know if they were together or not. They've done several videos for her to call him. But then she turns around and she puts out a statement to the world, to us, to let us know. And I had no idea that she would be invited or not be invited. But she wanted everybody to know that she didn't get an invitation from King Charles to his 75th birthday. Who was she talking to? The heir? Her father had a direct question, a direct moment with her on national TV and said, listen, Meghan, call me. I need you. I miss you. I want to see the kids, whatever. And you straight up silence. Nothing. Silence. Then all of a sudden, it's King Charles's birthday. She puts out this blank statement about how she didn't get an invitation to a party. But your father got 2 strokes over there and has knocked on your door and you act like he ain't there. And King Charles haven't said anything to you. 0. Her father don't mean anything to her. But, and don't forget, she's done with the drama and she's done hanging out over there. She's the drama. She's the drama. And I believe that it is not sunshine over there in Harry should be ashamed of himself for allowing this Jezebel to manipulate and bully and trash his family. He is wrong for that. Harry, shame on you. Harry, you allowed this woman to decimate your family. You allowed this woman to just wreak havoc and say anything or do anything disparaging to your family. You have allowed it. And now you allowed her to say that there's 2 racist people in your family after you came on that show and lied and said, Meghan never said that they were racist. So which is it? Is she backtracking it and it is 2 racist? Now it's 2. It ain't the whole royal family. It's just 2. It's not the queen, but it's 2. It's not the queen, but it's someone in there that then said something about Meghan's son that wasn't born and that she didn't even hear. And here's the kicker. She goes on Oprah and says she's not going to get security for the baby. And she's not going to get the titles. She's walking around with the titles, princess and prince. She got them on her back. She the one put out that stupid statement that she was going to fend for herself and they were going to make their own money and they were going to live a private life and they were going to move off. But you didn't have a plan? First they have a plan and then they didn't have a plan. Because Meghan pretends like she didn't know what she was going to do and needed to call, Tyler, Captain Save-A-Ho, to the rescue. That's a song. Hope I don't know. He was. He tried to save her. Harry couldn't do it. He on there needing saving too, it looked like. Freedom. No, you were going over, when he got on that plane and was hollering freedom, you can go to my first video, I say this. I said, you were going over to your jail. You were going over to a manipulating, calmness, foreverness, depressing. You haven't even, that ain't fun. That ain't happy. Your popularity's in the trash. People don't think highly of you. You're the joke of all. You're the joke. You're on the wall of shame. And now you're lying. Okay, let's continue. I'm sorry, I am tired. So if I am not my usual self, we may just
family
do one
row,
video.
with the prince quoted as saying, "I'm ready to forget, get an apology or explanation. At this point, who cares, right?" I'm glad. While the Sussexes, the official line was that Meghan stayed in the States to take care of the children. But Scobie now reveals she's refusing to dive back into the soap opera of court. Wow. The book also claims Harry is ready to forget his family row with the prince.
Dive back into court like she was there for a long time. You weren't there for 15 minutes. Listen, you got married, you did a tour with the Queen, you got pregnant, and then you told Harry you were suicidal and you brought yourself to Hollywood. You wasn't in court that long. That's that stupid stuff. She don't want to dine in court anymore, and they don't want you there. Why? You're going to need them in the end, Meghan. You're going to need these very people. Unless you can hold on to the money that you and Harry have currently made, because I don't care what you do, your talent isn't good enough to get you millions and millions of more dollars. The key was to have a relationship with the royal family. Then you might have been able to make a few dollars. But now you're coming out with the same she didn't go because of this. Who cares? That's something that happened a long time ago. The coronation is over. Why are we repeating history? Because Meghan likes to do that. She wants to do the TIG. She wants to go back to being a D-lister. She do. With a fancy name, the Duchess of Sussex. They decided they need to introduce her. The D-lister is come to town. Introducing the D-lister, the Duchess of Sussex. And her pet, Harry. No, she's really digging. I don't feel sorry for her yet, because if you don't have self-awareness, then I'm sorry, you're missing it. And I threw bones. We all have thrown, like, get it together. But I don't know the Endgame. He's written a book as if it's over for the king. That stupid stuff. This 12-year-old mind, Obi Scobie, is writing about something he knows nothing about. Nothing about. All he's talking about was some stuff that's happened in the past to Meghan and Harry, and they want the world to know something that happened decades ago. I'm saying decades ago because no one cares. You wasn't at the coronation, so why are we still talking about that moment? My point about you not being there is that you lied. And that's what's shocking to all of us, is that you're lying. It's not that you didn't go. No, nobody care no more. I hear little one. I gotta help my husband. I know he's
Quoted as saying, "I'm ready to forget, get an apology or explanation. At this point, who cares, right?" I'm glad. While the Sussexes have attempted to distance, the claims Harry is ready to forget his family row, with the prince quoted as saying, "I'm ready to forget, get an apology or explanation. At this point, who cares, right?" I'm glad.
Is he? See, that pisses me off. This part right here. Is that what are you, the apology, it's insulting. It's insulting, it's tone deaf, it's just wrong in every which way forward. And it stinks, because honestly, they do act like they're children. But it shocks me that he would think that. And even Anderson said, "What do you think is going to happen to you and your brother when you're done with this interview?" He was like, "Well, the ball is in their court because me and Meghan is waiting on an apology." No, she's trying to manipulate and bully the royal family into submission. She wants security. And if you don't, then she's going to tell everybody that her kid didn't get didn't get security because he's black. That's what she said. She said her kids are not going to get security because they're black. And since they're black, the royal family cut security off. And also wasn't going to give them titles. That don't even make sense. It doesn't. But she's talking and she's done with the drama and all of this. No, you're not done with the drama because you're still talking. You still want to explain your side of the story. And every time you keep explaining your side of the story, it really puts you in a bad light. It reminds us that you do lie. She flat out, this is not allegedly. Meghan flat out lied. You heard it. And if YouTube need me to play that video and play that one, see, it's not allegedly. We heard it. We heard her say that she wasn't going to go because of the kids making excuses. And now she wants to interject is something else. And I forgot what I was saying, and I was...
While the Sussexes have attempted to distance themselves from Scobie and his new book, it's unlikely to help any royal reconciliation. Look, Omid Scobie is a beast of the Sussexes' own creation. At the end of the day, he wouldn't feel emboldened to be revealing all these stories if Harry hadn't released his autobiography and Harry and Meghan hadn't done the interview with Oprah and revealed all these details themselves. I find it weird that Meghan allegedly is saying she doesn't want to dive back into the soap opera, which is basically how they've paid for their lives over the last 3 years. It's kind of ironic. But at the end of the day, look, Meghan not wanting to come back to the UK allegedly is probably in the best interest of what she wants.
I don't think it wasn't just that she got paid for. Meghan is strategic. She did it to get paid. She did it to bring awareness about she needed security and they wasn't going to pay for security. She wanted everybody, because that was the big thing with her and Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry couldn't understand why the kids didn't get security and why they were removing things, taking stuff from her because she was leaving. That's what he said. Do you still believe that, Tyler Perry? Do you believe Meghan was forced to, they were trying to force her to stay, and so since they didn't stay, they were going to withhold security and the money, and the father just cut them off like that because he was upset? Oh, okay. So Tyler Perry, you're going to continue to pay someone even though they're not working for you anymore? If you were giving them security, would you continue to give them security if they're not working for you anymore? Think. She's a manipulator. And I don't know who in Hollywood that she's manipulating, but let me tell you something. If you take a picture with her, I don't care who you are, we're going to question it. Because I'm going to question it. Why is you taking a picture with this fraud? And it's so much. We can't even go back to yesterday or last week or the week before. It was a whole nother situation. We were talking about William. Then she was somewhere with a dress that didn't look right. Without her husband, showing her this is my debut. No, sit down. Because you're writing too many books and you're talking too much. Shut up. It's like all that work, all that effort that WME put in to try to build their reputation, it goes right back down because here's the kicker. She thinks she has one audience to please. She needs to be trying to get it right with the UK people because she has dissed and trashed and messed up over there. And you need their love too, because they will watch you from over there. If she had came over here and did what she said she was going to do, and instead of doing what she's doing right now, because she has not stopped. She has not stopped. She wants us to know how bad the royals are. And the thing is that we know that they're not. And so she keeps trying to come up with more and more things that she can put on top of things to make us feel like, oh, why would he do that? And why would they do that? They did that to, and Meghan's done with the drama. I don't blame them. No, what it does is that gives the Sussex squad more steam to continue to trash the family. Trust me, I'm sure they're having a feels day.
In the future, if she wants to go back into Hollywood or producing content or whatever, you don't want the focus to ever draw back to the royal family. So I can understand that. But again,
no, you can't just disappear and act like you don't like them at the same time using the name Duchess of Sussex. Take the name off the table if you don't want to be a part of the family, a part of the racism, a part of whatever lies you came up towards them. Shut up talking about them if you're done, and strip yourself from the title, because now it just looks really pathetic. You cannot go after someone this hard. Meghan cannot go after her in-laws this hard and keep things that they have given to her and use it as a platform to make herself rich and relevant. She cannot continue to use the Duchess of Sussex to make money and to whatever else she's doing with it. She needs to put it aside, because if you don't want anything to do with that, stop using it. Shut it down. She uses it. She uses the name at the award show, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, and then the nerve of them to use the HRH emblems. Royalty. She's got a royal symbol up there, like she portraying herself as this wonderful person. That's not royalty. I don't see that. That's not. No. Sorry. She's a fraud. She is an imposter and she is a fraud. And some traitor has let her in the back door. Now she's over there threatening, blackmailing. This is what and then she's very strategic, because she uses every moment for several reasons. Let's continue.
all of this I'm taking with a grain of salt, because Scobie is just making what she wants to do in the future.
No, you ain't taking none of this with no grain of salt. These two talked about this.
Back into Hollywood or producing content or whatever. You don't want the focus to ever draw back to the royal family. So I can understand that. But again, all of this I'm taking with a grain of salt, because Scobie is just making money off his friends.
If Harry and Meghan are mad and falling out with Scobie, let's just add them to the list of people that they done pissed off that, that has... No, I don't believe that. I believe that these two actually wrote the book. Nothing is going to convince me otherwise. No, she doesn't like the backlash, but it's on you, because you're opening your mouth. Why are you attacking? And I call it an attack. Maybe it's not an attack. Why are you mentioning? Why are you saying it? To me, it's an attack, because you shouldn't say it at all. It's not a good look.
I think if Harry and Meghan were sensible, they would have told him to, either not do it or made him sign an NDA
I agree
or something.
with you on that. But I understand Meghan not wanting to come back. 80 plus of our own MPs.
No, Meghan wanted us to know that. So regardless if she gets upset or pretend, whatever he wrote in that book, she read it before it went on the shelves. Just like she's spare. She's not going to let anything go in front of her. The only way that I see that she cares if she sues him. If she sues Scobie, or even states that she is, or, something to that effect, then I would believe it. But other than that, no. All this, I'm upset, I didn't know he was going to say that. No. You had a conversation with these people, and if you didn't want him to know and to write it, then you should have never opened your mouth and said it. No, that's that stupid stuff. That's her playing dumb. I didn't know he was going to do that. I can see her going on a tour talking about this. No, she can't. Because it sounds like her.
To the newspaper saying you're racist, you are misogynistic for articles they've written against Meghan Markle. Yeah. So I completely understand her not wanting to come back. But just last week we were reading...
See, that's that stupid stuff. Wasn't nobody barraging her and saying that she was racist. I don't know. Let me know if I'm wrong. But no, you don't. It's not an excuse. To me, it's an excuse for Meghan to get off of what she did. That's not an excuse for her to do what she's done. And I could be too hard on her. I really could. But we're talking about her. They are. But let's be real. Let's be real about it. It's got to make sense. No. She was loved. Period. That's all I'm going to say.
That, according to Scobie, Harry hasn't finished business. Now this week it's, no, Harry wants to make amends.
Exactly,
Yeah.
yeah.
A huge
he's
pinch of
not a
salt.
friend.
And then what about that
No,
business
that's
also?
Meghan. Let's make an amends because Scobie's coming out with his book. And let's do this and let's do that. No, they need to shut up. But they won't. And so, and I don't think it's Harry. I can't believe that Harry would want to be in this kind of stuff. He's got to be smarter than this.
Last week, which was about the fact that they now wanted to go for Christmas at
Yeah.
Balmoral and all those other things. And the point is that they need to keep on having relevance, and the relevance that they have, the only relevance that they really have for all of the things that they want to do, is the fact that they are part of the royal family. And the further they
I get that. I get that you want to be relevant. I have to get that you want to be a part of the royal family and have that connection or whatever and that. But why is it this angle of it? No, she's still pushing the narrative that they're bad and want us to believe that. If she doesn't push that, I guess she feels like she's going to be a liar instead of really trying to make the amends. But let me see what she said because I need to hear
Make
it.
amends.
Exactly.
Yeah. A huge
he's
pinch of
not a
salt.
friend.
And then what about that business also last week, which was about the fact that they now wanted to go for Christmas at
Yeah.
Balmoral?
That's what I was
and
saying earlier. No, she wants to make amends because Scobie coming out with this book. Let's smooth it over so it looks like we're trying to reach out. Meghan does not care about her kids connecting with their grandfather and them. Why in the hell would she say, I'm never going back over there again? Well, that meant the kids too. Because she's not going to let Harry take the kids over there. Has she? No. How could you dare say that? Why would you even fix your lips to say something like that, Tyler Perry? I'm talking to you since you're her biggest fan. Why would Meghan say that she's just never going back over there? Because you said it too. But I want to know why you think she's doing that. Why would she deprive the king of seeing his grandkids? Because she's never going back over there. So was she never going back over there in the beginning during the coronation time, since she's bringing that back up? Oh, and don't forget about Queen Elizabeth, how William left Harry on the jet. Wasn't Meghan's fault that he didn't go with his brother. This is a soap opera. This is a soap opera. This is a soap opera. And I hope I'm telling it to you guys like such. Because it is. Okay. Let's move
those
on.
other things. And the point is that they
Every
have-
week it's something.
they need to keep on having relevance, and the relevance that they have, the only relevance that they really have for all of the things that they want to do, is the fact that they are part of the royal family. And the further they drift away,
But this doesn't make them money. This what they're doing doesn't make Harry and Meghan rich because they're being bullies and manipulating, and that doesn't make them relevant to the royal family. It just makes them, we get further and further and further away from them.
the less relevance they have.
Well, I think what we've also learned is that when it comes to
They are relevant, but check it out. She'll be there tomorrow. I don't know. She's going to be somewhere. You're going to see her come out somewhere. If not Monday, Tuesday. She's coming. Unless she go into hiding because of this book.
content, they don't.
But here's WME. You can't tell me you guys are happy that she's doing this kind of stuff behind the scenes. You're never going to bring up her reputation if she keep doing shenanigans stuff on the side. And then she pretends like it's his fault. He wrote the book. I didn't write the book. This is her washing her hands. I didn't write the book. We didn't, that's not us. Da, 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 da. No, that's what you wanted us to know, though. You wanted us to know those things. For some stupidity reason. Here it is. This is the kicker. The kicker is is that she don't want the drama. She don't want to be a part of it anymore. And the only reason why she in Hollywood is that she is a part of it and was a part of it. She wasn't saying that when she was hanging on Harry's arm talking about, we're in love. She is so full of crap. And they want us to believe, I had my career. I did a video just like, I had my career. What sense does that make? I had a career. I had I had a career. I had friends. I had a life before Harry. You didn't have that S word. You didn't have, if you had it all like that, why did you give it up? Chelsea didn't. She wasn't selfish like you and decided to do it for your own personal reasons. Instead of understanding that you didn't want to live a life of service, like Michelle Obama read you that day and said, it's a shiny, briny spot there that you wasn't going to do. You were never going to do that. You used Harry to do exactly what you're doing. Now you're trying to flick it away. That's insulting. I don't want nothing to do with that, but I'm going to use the Duchess of Sussex. She wasn't saying that when she was walking down the aisle in that white dress. And I could have whispered to Harry and said, look, Harry, she ain't ever going anywhere until you put a ring on it. She would have stalked him for years. She threatened to leave him during the relationship because she rushed the marriage. And he was gone. He was just totally and allowed her to manipulate him so bad that he has lost his childhood friends, his family, and his country. And now she says she's done with the drama. Oh, no, she's not. Oh, no. Obi Scobie tried to tell us that before. They're not done, Obi Scobie. And you know it. And that's why he gossiping about it in his book. How many books is he going to write? Didn't he write Finding Freedom? And now he's writing the Endgame. That's that stupid stuff. He knows it's a soap opera too, but he ain't writing it right. If he really wrote it the correct way, he would make some money. The truth.
Create interesting content unless it's relating to their own lives.
Yeah, exactly.
If it's their own lives, I think we're all fascinated by it.
That they have.
No.
They need to keep
It's the
on having
cuckoo-ness.
relevance.
I'm fascinated by Meghan's cuckoo-ness. I am not fascinated. I got a life. I am intrigued by what she does. The manipulation, the conning, the bullying, the all of that. Like, how long is she gonna get away with it? I guess forever. She's the
Relevance
Duchess.
that they have, the only relevance that they really have for all of the things that they want to do is the fact that they are part of the royal family. And the further they drift away, the less relevance they have.
Well, I think what we also learned is
That's
that
what
when
I'm
it comes
saying. They wouldn't drift away if they did it right. Yeah. I just think that she would have a lot more going for her if she didn't do this. This isn't being relevant. Reconciling. She wants King Charles to apologize to her so that we can be like, oh, that happened. I believe it.
content, they don't create interesting content unless it's relating to their own lives.
Yeah, exactly.
If it's their own lives, I think we're all fascinated by it, rightly or wrongly.
No.
And I'm not surprised that Meghan doesn't want to come back to the
That's
UK.
not true.
Perhaps doesn't suit her. And as
That's
you
not
said,
true. She can go outside and we'll start talking about her clothes and how she embarrassed Harry at the charity event. No, they don't have any relevance. If she had a talent, then she wouldn't have to talk about the royals. She would be focused on that. Because charity and going to award shows is not a talent. And I wanted to do one more video, but I'm not going to be able to do it. But I will say this about it, that in order to be relevant over here in the United States, you have to be a celebrity. And if you're not, because the Duchess of Sussex is what it is, that's it. But what is it? It's not the 7-car convoy. It's not the mental health going over there to pretend like you care. No, it's not going to get an award at the gala and taking pictures with people to pretend that you're their friends. No. Talent. Because people will look past the drama and be like, oh, did you see Meghan's movie? Oh my God, it is so good. You gotta see it. Isn't that the one that, yeah, but the movie, it's not the one that trashed her in-laws? Well, I don't like her. Yeah, but her movie is good. Her book is good. She has nothing. So, I'm going to try this. It's the Oreo cookie one. And, again, I am getting my channel together. I am, and we're going to do a live. I have a wonderful person that's going to help me. I really am focusing on getting a job. I want to talk to my lovely person. I'm going to call her, try to get in contact with her this week. This is good. I didn't know if I was going to like it, but it's good. Let's get back.
Perhaps, she wants to go off and do other things, or fine, carry on, do what you like. It also doesn't surprise me that Harry wants to try and reconcile with family, because I think he's realised what he's missing out on.
And it's his family.
It's his family. I mean,
it's his family,
no
it's
matter
not
what,
her family.
Harry never wanted to leave his family. He never wanted to kill off his family. Harry never wanted to do that. He always thought that they would reconcile after all the money getting thing. I believe Meghan told him, listen, after we do this, let's reconcile. I really do believe he thought that he could satisfy her. He keeps trying and trying and trying, and that's that stupid stuff. He will never be able to make her happy, because nothing, if nothing by now has made her happy, then nothing will. Because there's nothing else to climb to get. You were already there. You had what you needed. You were the Duchess of Sussex. You were well known, and you were a wife of a prince, and you destroyed that. And now I don't know what you're reaching for. It's a weird reach, because you've fallen. And I missed the point. Forgot what I was saying. Harry, I do believe that, I don't know what state of frame of mind that he's in, but this is not the road. And to me, he's like bewitched, or he's like really in a trance. He's not somewhere, he's not making decisions for himself. That's why I can say that. If he was making decisions that were best for him, I don't think Harry would be doing half the stuff that he's doing. And I do believe that he misses his family. But Meghan controls all of that. No, you can't see your family. No, you can't do this. And no, I do believe it. I believe that he's over there in a hostage situation. And I do believe whoever Meghan meets as a friend or whatever, that they're going to hear an earful, because she wants everybody to just tell. No, but nobody cares. Nobody cares that she didn't go to the, hold on guys. I hope it's not dark. I don't want to touch it, and then it's over, and then we miss the end. Let's go.
Yeah. No matter what rows one has with one's family, which one does on occasion, at some point, either you have to speak to them, or you should speak to them, or you'd want to speak to them. You shouldn't leave them out.
You have to think bigger than yourself, because he has children. I don't really care how Harry feels about his brother or his father. I don't, because at the end of the day, he's an adult. He has the ability to regulate his feelings and his experiences. But you have children who will never get to know another side of the family because of this shallow
thing
drama.
to miss.
It's not just one side. It's both sides. That's how you know that there's a monster in the house that's controlling everyone and saying, this is how it's going to go down. This is how it's going to happen. It's not. They're not seeing my kids. My father is never killing all. That was what I was saying. Meghan wanted Harry to kill off his family or treat him like she treat her family. If you don't do this for me, I'm not going to do that for you. Like she wanted her father to cut off from talking to Samantha. And that's what was said. And her brother. And so she blackmailed him, and now she's done with him. But she's done with him for a lot of reasons, because I'm sure she would have a list. And please let me know. I'm not getting a book. I'm going to see, but I want to see if she has a section in there about her own father, how he did all this bad stuff to her. But here's the thing. God, again, killing off people. She wants to use Harry's family into getting what she wants. Okay? That's what Meghan wants. She got the title. She's getting everything that she wants. She's not getting her an apology. And she's been waiting on it for a very, very long time. And she wants this apology. Okay. Give me a second. Intermission. I don't know. This video may be long. I may just cut this one off and do another one. I do apologize. I'm eating, so I'm going to pause it again. Finish up.
This shallow.
And one of the things to miss out, the palace isn't the or you should speak to them, or you'd want to speak to them. You shouldn't leave them out.
You have to think bigger than yourself, because he has children. I don't really care how Harry feels about his brother or his father. I don't, because at the end of the day, he's an adult. He has the ability to regulate his feelings and his experiences. But you have children who will never get to know another side of the family because of this shallow.
And one of the things to miss out, the palace.
I think I did say this. Sorry. I mean to have them. Oh, look at this. That's not me. I don't know what that is. Anyway. I don't know if I said this already. I have a lovely person that's going to help me with my live. I hope to connect with them this week. And we're going to start doing some lives. Okay? And I know they'll be able to help. So it's shallow. It is bad. It is sad what Meghan does and justifies her behavior. And none of it's justified. How one family she just don't even talk about, and the other one she's really taking them through the ringer.
This isn't the stuff.
Exactly. And he gave them the titles, the audacity, right? They don't know their family, but you're happy to make them prince and princess.
And we don't know whether the
like she said, they don't even know. You got on the Oprah show, lied about that, and then all of a sudden turned around, gave them the titles, and now you're talking about how their drama and you never going back over there. You're done with that, and then hurting the kids, eventually, and hurting King Charles because he probably wants to see the kids, but only thinking about herself. What Scobie is exposing is how Meghan only thinks about herself, what's best for her. Not what's best for Harry, not what's best for her kids, what's best for her. It's about me getting into Hollywood. What was she just doing? Talking about her glory days back in the day when she was on Suits. That's old. We didn't even know, we're done with that. People ain't even talking about that no more. I'm not. But she's getting on there talking, oh, really? Is that how many? Just this fake. She's a fake person. And shallow. There's emptiness. South Park had it right. They opened it. This is Meghan's mouth. Ain't nothing down in there. Ain't nothing in there. Empty, shallow, hollow. Only thinks about herself, what's best for her, what's best for her brand. She said, listen, Harry, you're in my way. I can't brand with you. So I'm cutting you off. You just sit on the sidelines until I get ready to dump you. And then when I get ready to dump you, once I make it where I need to be, then I'm going to let you go. And then you can go on about your business. No, she knows she can't divorce him because everywhere she go, they want to talk to her husband and they don't want to talk to her. And she knows that. And so obviously, she tries to thrust herself in front of the camera, thrust herself down our throats every 5 minutes. Look at me, it's Meghan, the D-lister from Suits last week. Hi, it's me, Meghan, in my beige outfit. And I used to couldn't wear this color, but now I'm wearing it all the time. Now that, I'm over here in the United States, I can wear what I want. And also, too, Suits, that was one of the movies. It was 7 seasons. I was on it for 7 seasons until I married Harry. No, the seasons was over and they were finna fire you. It's just shameful. It's so, her life is a soap opera. She has turned her life into a full-blown soap opera. And I want to go back to the beginning and write it down and say like, oh my goodness, this is what's going on in her world. Yeah.
Tupperware pots have continued. The Queen. Do you remember the breakfast Tupperware pots?
Yeah.
And all the little
Well, that's
bits of
common.
cornflakes. I mean, my goodness, I know.
I wanted to say this. I thought it was interesting that Camilla's family is going to be invited to the Christmas party at Sandringham. But it just shocks me that they've never been invited before. You know? Like, that's his... I tried to envision it. Like, okay. But it's different. It's different. It shocks me that she's just now being able to have her family at the castle. Hold on. I'm going to do this. This is 11 minutes, so I may have to I'm going to turn this off and do another video. Okay. Kisses to all of you. Please hit like, share, and comment. Please, and you always do. Thank you. And please leave a comment. I did delete those other videos. I didn't care for those. It was too much noise in the background, and we're going to move on. So don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe, comment. We're almost at Christmas. I'm hoping I make it to 3,000. We'll see.